What if I told you that as an entrepreneur, you're probably losing potential thousands of new eyeballs on your content and your offer because you're not using this strategy? When I started to use it, it generated my client 507.9 thousand more new eyeballs without posting a single video, which I think is a little bit crazy. And you know what got us the most impressions? The sales posts. I know, weird. By the way, for a smaller channel with this strategy, we got these results without posting again. So the secret weapon I'm actually talking about is the community posts. I know what you think. It's a little bit underwhelming, but stick with me because I'm gonna show you what exactly you should post on your community posts to get people nurtured for your offer, subscribe to your channel, and expand your reach to completely new audiences. So let me share what we were posting in the community posts with this client who got this result from this strategy. So our most popular categories of posts were memes, polls, before-after stories and client transformations, photos or quotes on the photos. We also used some inspirational quotes as just text. We posted value text posts, and also we posted video promos, which means like the links to the videos that we've posted. Now you're probably wondering what from these all categories worked the best, got us the most impressions, subscribers, and led to sales. So how about we use the tier list to rate all those community posts by the amount of impressions you could get. So let's start with the memes. So here's the thing. I was thinking that memes are gonna get us more impressions and like people will like them more and we can get more reach for the post. But I was wrong. Maybe that's the issue only for this channel. Maybe this audience is not very funny. I don't know. But the memes that we posted got us less impressions and less reactions from people. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier. Don't get me wrong. For some people it can work, and I sometimes really love posting funny things because, well, I consider myself funny. Yeah, I'm also very shy, as you can tell. But I sometimes like posting those because they are coming like from my heart. They will make people laugh, but they will not make them trust you more. So this has just a different functionality and does not help in sales that much. The second type of post that we posted is polls. Even though it was getting less likes than the usual posts, it got us so many reactions. So we averaged about 1,000 reactions, like 1,000 people participated in the poll. First of all, that's a lot of impressions, right? But second of all, people somehow engaged with your content. And this is already a step further from just seeing and looking at you. And also when you post the right type of polls, people feel seen, especially if you ask them about what they think, what they struggle with, what they want to watch from your videos. Especially the good type of polls is asking people what they want to watch. So for example, you've got 3 video ideas for your channel and you're not sure what people are gonna like most. And even if you're sure, you're probably wrong, to be honest, because the best thing that you can do to understand your audience is to ask them what they would click on most likely. So if you list for them 3 videos that you want to film about and ask them what they want to watch, they will give you the answer. And this is probably the video that you need to film right away. Also, if some video type that you trying to test with your audience with a poll gets really minimal votes, then it means that you probably shouldn't film a video on this topic. But with this channel in particular, we were asking them about their struggles. Later, I'm going to show you how to produce this post with as minimal effort as possible. But for now, let me tell you what worked for this client in the poll section. As this is a fitness channel, we were asking people what prevents them from starting to do sports, or what is the hardest for them in this type of sport, as well as what their goals are. For example, to lose weight, to gain muscle, or to have more energy. And this worked really well. I put polls on the S tier. The next type of post is before-after stories and client transformations. And surprisingly, this got us more eyeballs. And as we posted this with a link to the type form that this client has for their coaching, it got us more leads. You know how it's different from the just usual sales post when you just list the benefits, list the value, list the transformation that you're given with your product. These are the client transformations. So instead of just saying buy this because it gives you this, this, and that, we show this guy bought our program and this is the result they got, even though before they struggled a ton. And with fitness coaching, as this client had, it was very visual as well because he showed the before after picture when the person was fat and now he's lean and handsome, and a lot of people like it. Also, we posted it with a message like let's cheer up this person, and people really like supporting each other, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. But if you tell people to like give applause to this client who got from this to this, then people will do this, and this is why this post got a lot of impressions for us. So not just usual sales posts, but before, afters, and the client transformations, ideally with some vivid picture of what this transformation looks like. So I put this type of post on the S tier. It's absolutely crushing it for us. So another one is photo or quotes on the photos. And these are working also really well for us. I see that if you compare posts with photos and without photos, the ones with the photos usually perform better. So I do recommend putting a photo on every single post, to be honest. It could be just a photo of you. You don't need to overthink it too much. But I'll tell you the framework that I use to create really stunning visuals just in a few minutes, okay? Now I'm gonna put the photos to the A tier because these are really great, these are visual and people like visuals. So another one is inspirational text quotes. To be honest, just using the text is not super engaging anymore, unless you have some really strong hook and maybe nice story after that. But just if you post text quote or just value in a few lines of text, this doesn't usually grab attention. So you need some visual aspect to it that would grab attention from the home feed. This visual aspect could be not only the picture, the photo, but it also can be visual representation of the text. For example, instead of just text with lines, use breaks in the text. Or instead of using long sentences, use short sentences. Or instead of just listing things one after another, use bullet points. Use emojis sometimes. So this is not X where people hate emojis for some reason, but this is where people may like emojis. You know what? I really find that community posts are very similar to the X posts. What worked for us especially well is putting a quote on a photo. So inspirational text quotes, I would put them in the B tier because you just add one extra step, add in a photo, and you already get twice as much impressions. So value text posts. If it's just text and it's not really visually appealing, I would put it in the B tier because even though you're given value, people want to somehow visually perceive it. And the last one, video promos and links to videos. And some people find it the most reasonable thing to post on community posts, right? So you posted a video and you want to hype it up and you want to get more eyeballs on it. And what you do is you go to your community tab, you post some teaser, maybe an intro to the video, or maybe like, I posted a new video, watch this, and a link to this video. This is what I was doing before I understood and compared two types of posts. One with the link to your video and one without the link to your video. And the one without the link to your videos always outperformed. I don't know why. YouTube probably sees that it has some YouTube link in it and doesn't give it enough reach. So whenever you want to post a link to your video, don't. Maybe ask people to find it in another way. Say it's the latest video in your channel. You can post the thumbnail without posting the link to the video. I mean, you can tease people in many different ways besides putting the actual link. As to the video promos with links to the videos, I put it in the C tier because it does get you some impressions, but it's very minimal. Now, why is it important to post on community posts? Posting on the community tab is non-negotiable right now because there are several reasons for that. First, you stay on top of mind because the more people see you, the more space you get in their head. And when the next videos come in, their brains are already prompting them to go and watch this new video because recently they saw your name and your post somewhere. The more people see you, the more people will see you. That's the universal rule of the content. So posting on the community tab is just free, really low effort way to get more space in people's brains and stay on top of mind. And when they think of, who do I buy this product from? And if you are the person who took the space in their brain the most often, they will buy from you. The next reason is that you can tease people to watch your previous or past content, and video nurtures better than any written posts. So if you tease people, or if you just, again, stay on top of their minds so they go and watch your other videos, this nurtures them a ton. So instead of 60 seconds that they could spend on your post on LinkedIn or Instagram, they actually go and watch a 10-minute video, which is 10 times more time spent with you than with other posts on other social media. And also through the community posts, you can nurture your people through the case studies, testimonials, before-after stories, so that they go ahead and buy. Again, we were posting these transformational stories with the links to the type form, which is lead capture. And these posts were getting us one of the best results in the community tab. So now you know why you should create community posts. Now let's talk about how to create them, not to like burn out after 3 hours of trying to figure out what to post. I got 2 strategies for you. Personally, I use the first one, which is posts to community. I create content on X and LinkedIn. Actually, I usually spend the whole day on Monday to like make sure I have all my content planned and post it on LinkedIn and X. This way, I already have the posts ready every single Monday. What I do is I basically copy the posts, post it on LinkedIn or X or both, depends on what I feel should feed the community tab better. And I paste it in the community tab without changing a single thing probably. Just if I have some links, I probably remove them if they don't fit well, or I might not, depends. And this is the laziest way that you can post on YouTube. But what can you do if you don't post on LinkedIn or X to repurpose this content on YouTube? Here comes the second strategy, which is turning your scripts into the posts. Here's how to do it. You need some Chrome extension. I use Glass, which is giving you the video transcript in just 1 click. But actually YouTube gives you the transcript on its own, so you don't have to download third-party apps if you don't want to. So you just copy this transcript, you go to Claude, and you paste this YouTube transcript into the Claude. Now use this prompt that I'm gonna give you. What interactive and highly entertaining posts can I make for community tab in YouTube based on this video transcript? Consider all types of community posts. Don't ask people for comments, likes, etc. You can actually ask people for comments and likes, but it's just I don't really like to do it. Very simple prompt. You can copy and paste it. I'll try to not forget to put it in the description, so copy it and click enter. This way you will receive around 10 community posts almost ready with just maybe a few tweaks, maybe add in some personal photos, and you're ready with the 10 posts, which is basically for every day of the week and even more. But sometimes what AI does is offers you some visuals. So what I do is I ask Claude to create the visuals for the posts that it recommended. And it can take like 2 minutes or so, but eventually it creates some stunning visuals that you can download, or you can just screenshot them and post with your community posts, which is a very fun way to visualize the whole thing that you want to share. And the visuals, as you remember, work better in the community posts. I also like to post there some personal wins. It's a personal preference, but I also see that it gains quite some views, but the thing is probably you don't have personal achievements every single week, right? So whenever you have some, post them, because people like to cheer you up and just feel like they are a part of the community and they can celebrate something with you. For example, I posted some milestones like 4,000 subscribers. I know that my client posted the promo for the book launch, and it also gained some nice amounts of interactions. You can post about personal finance wins, about marriage, getting a dog, having a baby. These are all just personal things that, even though they are unrelated to your niche, can nurture people and make them like you. They don't necessarily make people trust you, but they make people like you. And you know what people need to buy from you? Know, like, and trust you. So community posts are an incredible way to grow your channel, to get you more leads and sales, so do not overlook on it. And if you don't want to worry what YouTube strategy to have, what to post, how to create the content that gets you eyeballs, then click the link in the description to book a call with me, or you can download my document about how to make sales on YouTube, completely free. And have the most wonderful day. Goodbye.